So I've taken a couple days off from posting because I needed to, and because nothing that I could say about this right now I don't think is really important enough, and I couldn't bring myself to talk about movies. And to be honest, I'm still not feeling very great. Became a parent a few years ago, and seeing something like this, having a small child, it's really, really hitting me really hard. But I did watch The Fallout last night, which is on HBO Max, and it's Megan Park's directorial and I think writing debut. She wrote the screenplay as well as directed. And it is incredible. It's about a school shooting, so there's definitely need for a trigger warning there. It stars Jenna Ortega, and it is a very, very well-made film about incredibly difficult subject matter. And my biggest takeaway from this film is that kids are growing up with this. Kids are growing up with this as a fear. Sadly, an incredibly valid fear. And I could relate to the film on multiple levels as a parent, but also, when I was a teenager, I experienced horrible loss. One of my best friends died suddenly in an avalanche, in a skiing accident. And it was horrible. And, I can relate a lot to the disassociation and the intense grief that you feel like that as a teenager. But the truth is, it's not at all comparable to the trauma that these kids are subjected to on such a grand scale. The lucky kids are the kids who are never going to experience something like this, and they just have to live imagining they might, and having active shooter drills starting from kindergarten. And I hate that we live in a world where there's a need to tell stories like this. But there is. And media can be a very good tool in helping us, especially kids, cope with what they've been through. Something like this is so much to put on kids. It's so much. And this film is definitely a very difficult watch, but it might be helpful for some people. So especially if you have teens that maybe don't know how to process what they're feeling. I absolutely hate that we live in a world where films like this are necessary. But they are, and I don't know, they might help.